gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. But one of the things that particularly perturbed me in the news recently was about a brother that I think should be, an example for not only for men, period, but particularly for young black men. Very very seldom we get a brother that's highly educated from some of the top, Ivy League schools in America. This brother actually started out at Occidental College in California. I don't know if you guys know about Occidental, but it is an Ivy League of the West Coast. He transferred to Columbia, where he completed his degree. Columbia is an Ivy League school, one of the top in the world, and then got his law degree from Harvard University, and became, just a local organizer in Chicago, Dennis. Kind of like what you're doing right now, man. Just standing up for the people. Met a beautiful, beautiful black sister that graduated from law school at Harvard. He married her. He became state rep, became a state senator, and then United States President Barack Obama. I think should be praised, but instead, man, he's ostracized at every turn there is. One of the things I found interesting, Richard, was that you guys, the president, one of the privileges he has is a privilege to nominate folk to, different, offices, different positions, different things in the United States. And President Obama, well, let me say this. When a president gets to introduce an ambassador or Supreme Court justice, they can be quite often rebuffed by the Senate, excuse me, by the Senate, by the House of Reps. In the United States of America, all of the 43 presidents from the history, from George Washington up until Barack Obama, had been denied their appointment 82 times. No, 86 times. 86, all of them, 86 times. Barack Obama has been rebuffed, rejected 82 times. There's an imbalance here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know what the reason for it is. I don't know what the reason for the disrespect for this brother is, but we're going to discuss it. So we want to talk about it. And Billy, you have any light on that? Can you tell me what you think?
Well, in terms of I was ruined by the filibuster because of Ted Cruz, who's obviously not one of my favorite people, and I don't know if he'd be a favorite person to not only black people but Americans in general, because I even think that conservatives distance themselves from him. But just in terms of disrespect, let me tell you how far disrespect goes for this president. People they won't give him credit for anything. Like, he gets the blame for everything. They ain't gonna give credit for anything. Even when it came to the whole Osama bin Laden situation, like, nobody wanted to give him credit.
Right.
Yeah. It's like if you think about it, Barack Obama is the first black man in the history of the world to admit to killing somebody.
Not go to jail.
And nobody believed him. So, when you talk about disrespect, I mean, the disrespect is chronic. I mean, and everybody does it. And the thing is, I applaud the way that he hasn't gone off like most of us would have in the face of that type of resistance, because, it's obvious. I mean, even when it came to the State of the Union address, you could just see like John Boehner behind him seething. Like, every time people would stand up and clap, he didn't want to stand up and clap. And I just think that the respect has been unparalleled. And it's like, we don't have to point out, because the thing is, I'm not going to be that black man that blames everything on being black. I mean, right. I'm not going to be that shallow. But what I will say is that the writing is on the wall for whatever determination that you want to make based on the disrespect that he gets.
Yeah. Dennis, you were saying something.
Well, the thing that I look at is the fact that he should stand up now. I mean, I believe that he played the card, played the game for 4 years. Now he's back in office, so gloves off. Be a man up, and when instead of letting them disrespect you, tell them how you feel.
Yeah.
I mean, what can they do to you? If they didn't impeach Clinton for getting head, They sure not going to impeach him. So I mean, why not just stand up and be who you are now?
Well, that's true.
Because you keep it real.
Yeah.
There's no way that they would have stood up and called Ronald Reagan a lie
No.
during the middle of a hearing.
No.
No, I mean, so there's nothing they can do to him. They can't impeach him. He's already on his last 4 terms. Hey man, stand up and be a man.
I agree, but the reason why they didn't impeach Clinton for getting ahead in the White House because it was his house. I mean,
Yeah.
You can't impeach a man for that. I mean, I one of the things, Richard, that what perturbed me is that there was let's say a sheriff in what county was that?
That was in Minnesota.
Was it in Minnesota?
Yeah, it's Minnesota, Connecticut, up in that area.
This cracker actually referred to our president as the N-word, as a nigger. And it's documented, it's in the news, and he refuses to apologize. And he's still in office.
He's also repeated it.
Yeah.
Again, he told them that he called it like he see it.
Now,
And he's the chief of police.
the chief of police there.
Chief of police.
And I'm just, I'm flabbergasted. But I'm even more flabbergasted that not only is it, the other race that's putting Obama down, we have some black people who do it too. Dr. Cornel West and Tavis Smiley decided to get on a bus ride and go around America on a bus ride to put down Obama. I'm just saying, folks, we got to have this brother's back. I mean, under all costs. We don't agree with everything our husband and wives do, but that don't mean that we should ostracize him, and put him down. But anyway,
Well, I mean, let me say something else. It's like even when it comes to the way we treat each other, it's like people. I don't think that, and I don't want to pigeonhole this and make it about a race, but I just think in society in general that we aren't complimentary enough. We will complain. We're the first people to complain when something goes wrong. But when stuff goes right, then we are very reluctant to compliment people on something. Like the only time people will really compliment you on something, if you think about it, is if you don't have it anymore, right? Yeah. So I was like, hey, so, you don't have a house anymore? It's like, no. Oh, wow, man, that was a nice house you had. You know what I'm saying? Hey, had a car. That was nice. That was a nice car. And within that, I'll say, Al had very eloquent and great introductions for us, but, Al is one of the guys that's in this city has been a trailblazer just in terms of always trying to do something different, always trying to bring people to the forefront, and always finding the best qualities in people that sometimes other people don't even see. So, man, I applaud you for that, and thank you for bringing us
well,
here.
You know what?
I appreciate that. Take your applause. Y'all give it up for
I'm just saying that.